What's going on? To all my fellow builders out there, I got a little project I'm working on. I don't make videos very often, so I want to apologize ahead of time if it's not some of that quality stuff you'd see from Cars and Cameras or Grind Hard Plumbing, which are, you know, videography is fantastic. But here's my project. So I acquired this here Cateye pocket bike for about 40 bucks. Of course, you guys probably know I had the 49cc two-stroke on there. It just wasn't fast enough for me. I did some mods to the 49cc. I took it apart, took the electric start off, dropped a bunch of weight off the bike. You know, just stuff like that. Smoothed out some of the ports. You know, try to make it flow a little better. Put it back together. It still just wasn't what I want. So this brings me to this part of the project. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to shoehorn this here Briggs Flathead 5 horsepower. That's my son Lincoln. Say hey. So anyway, I'm going to try to put this 5 horse Flathead on here. I know I've read a lot of stuff online about people putting on the Predator 212s. You know, so I know it's possible to put that kind of motor on, but I have this one ready. I already have it. So I'm going to try to put it on here. As you can probably see here, I've already cut the frame. Now, I mean, you don't have to cut the frame, but you can see the kind of the angle. I would rather cut the frame than cut the head or the cooling shroud on my motor. So I went ahead and cut the frame. I'm just gonna build up some pieces to kind of come around this way, and then weld her back together. Now, as far as the setup goes, so my plan is get on this side over here. So I'm not gonna be running a torque converter or a CVT or anything like that. So what I'm doing is, this is a 3/4 shaft coming out of here. I'm gonna put a sprocket on it, and I'm gonna run a jack shaft. I'm gonna weld it here on the other side. Jack shaft going over here, shoots the chain out to where the sprocket already is on this side. My only concern is going to be the freewheel part, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. So anyway, I'm going to be using number 35 chain all the way around. Like I said, coming off, I'm going to cut this tab off. I'm not going to need this right now. Now this one did already come with the jack shaft, but I'm not going to use that jack shaft for now. So I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to mount it right here and try to be as in line with this swing arm pivot as possible, so that way it keeps the chain from getting out of tension or whatever. So anyway, I have parts on order. So I have the sprockets, the jack shaft, the sprockets for the jack shaft, 10 feet of 35 chain, and I ordered a 60-tooth sprocket for the back with a 2 1/8 inner hole diameter, which will fit over this outer lip right here. And from there, I'm just going to, you know, drill some holes in the sprocket and mount it from there. So I guess this is going to be part 1 of this build, and as parts start coming in, I guess I'll, you know, continue on with part 2, 3, and so on and so forth. One thing I'm still trying to work out is where the gas tank is going to go, because I mean, I want to keep the fairings and keep the top, at least the top fairing, because the gas tank used to sit up here and used to be another mounting tab right there. So I don't know, I'm thinking if I can just get some kind of low profile gas tank and put it up there. Now this motor, I've actually done a little bit of mods to it. I cleaned up the intake and exhaust ports, shaved the eyebrows. I mean, it's all common stuff people do to these flatheads. So I mean, it's not like it's going to be some kind of ground pounder yet. I actually bought this motor with the intention of making it a hot rod. So that was the whole plan with this thing in the first place. So, you know, I've already got a parts list lined up for this, which includes a 94 SS cam, you know, all the lifters, heavy duty valve springs, all the fun stuff, you know, billet rod, billet flywheel, so that way I can safely crank this thing to 7,000 RPM and not send steel flywheel into my legs. Anyway, so that's kind of my plan with this, and you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to think of a name for this project. I don't know why, but I think Dread codename Dread, D-R-E-D-D, would be a fun name for this, because it's probably going to be absolutely scary to ride, especially after I get the motor built. But for now, I'm just going to try to get this motor on here, and like I said, you know, I'll update with part 2 and part 3 as parts start coming in and I start getting other things worked out. But guys, thanks for watching. You know, I don't know if anybody else is into this kind of stuff anymore, but I sure am. Anyway, so yeah, subscribe if you haven't. I'm gonna continue to make videos on this, and you know, I do a lot of other random projects too. Like I'm into off-road mowers, and I have a real interesting off-road mower I could probably make a video on. But anyway, this is what I got so far, guys. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. Anyway, thanks for watching.